Bill, you saw the vehicle on our website, correct?
Yes.
Did you happen to see our value proposition on the website?
I was just shopping by price.
Okay. As well you should have, quite frankly, and I'm glad the price brought you here. But there's a couple things that I think you'll find very, very interesting. Number one, let's talk about price for a second. If you're like most of my customers, the last thing you want to do is pay too much for a vehicle today, correct?
Correct.
Okay, what I'm going to say next, Bill, is going to sound a little nuts, okay? But it's the truth because the policy is actually in writing. It's impossible for you to pay too much for one of our used vehicles. Now, do you believe that?
I don't know. It's pretty tough. I imagine a lot of people say that.
What? You're supposed to be a customer here, Bill.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? You're a horrible customer.
Yes.
No, you don't believe it.
No. Okay.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Okay.
no.
Or be good.
Okay. Do I have a real customer in the room? Look, we've known for years, people worry about paying a car dealer too much for a car or truck, all right? So ownership came up with an idea that completely eliminates the possibility of you doing that. And here's how it works. It's very, very simple. Like I said, it's in writing. Bill, once you take delivery today, we're going to give you 7 days. Check any website out you want to. Craigslist, another Mitsubishi store, independent used car website, any new car franchise website. Check them out in South Carolina. Check them out in Idaho, Arizona, Washington State, Hawaii. Check them out in Uzbekistan if you want to. If you find a similar vehicle, and when I say similar, it's got to be the same year, make, model, trim level. Miles have to be within 10,000. But if you find a similar vehicle with the same options, accessories, and benefits that we provide, and it's advertised for a lower price, Bill, all you have to do is show us that website, and we will cheerfully cut you a check back for the difference. Now, has any dealer ever made that commitment to you before and put it in writing?
No.
It's impossible to pay too much for a vehicle here at Bob Mills Mitsubishi. It's a beautiful thing, isn't it?
It is.
Okay. Number two, all right, lots of people worry about buying the wrong vehicle and getting stuck with it. Because if you go to Macy's or Best Buy or Home Depot or Lowe's and you buy something and you bring it home and it's not right, you can take it back and exchange it, can't you?
Correct.
But when you buy a car from a car dealer, they're going to let you bring it back and exchange it?
No.
At Bob Mills, we will. This policy is also in writing. We have a 3-day exchange policy. Look, when you take the vehicle off the lot today, you got 3 days or 150 miles, whichever comes first, to see if that vehicle's right for you. If it's the wrong color, equipment, seats don't fit you right, dog just starts barking at it, won't stop. Doesn't matter. Bring it on back here and you can exchange it for another one of equal or greater value. Has any dealer ever made that commitment to you before?
No.
Okay. Number 3, you plan on having your oil changed on a regular basis according to factory recommended intervals?
Yes.
I certainly hope so. What do you normally pay for an oil change?
About $50.
Well, you're not going to pay $50 for a while, okay? As a matter of fact, we're going to pay $50 for your first 5 oil changes. That's $250 worth of oil changes we're going to buy for you. Now, why are we going to do that? You think we're just charitable?
Maybe.
No, we're not charitable. We're business people. We've got a great service department, but you don't know that. We're going to pay you to use it, okay? We figure if we pay you to come to use our service department 5 straight times, you will be convinced that there is no better place in the state of South Carolina to get your vehicle serviced, okay? Our vehicle's Bob Mills certified. You know what that means?
No.
It means, as opposed to a safety inspection, which, by the way, if you went to the Honda store or the Ford store or the Hyundai store and you looked at a used car that wasn't factory certified, meaning it wasn't Honda certified, Hyundai certified, Ford certified, chances are that vehicle would have gone through an inspection. They call it a safety inspection. Does it steer? Does it start? Does it stop? Yippee, wash it, put it on the front line. We don't do that. We go through a 110-point inspection process. Anything that does not pass, Bill, we have to fix or replace, or we can't certify it. And then once we do that, we're going to spend on average $1,250 to recondition that used vehicle. Now, Bill, do you know why we spend $1,250 to recondition a vehicle?
No.
So you don't have to. Look, could you find a vehicle like the one you're looking at somewhere else cheaper? I guarantee that you could, but the term is cheaper. If a dealer isn't going to spend $1,250 on the vehicle, they can price it much less. The only time it's a good deal, though, is when you sign on the dotted line, because as soon as you drive it off the lot, you're going to have to spend the money to recondition it. We don't want you to. We will. And then we're going to back it up. We're going to back it up with a 24-month, 24,000-mile powertrain warranty that's going to cover all the internally lubricated parts of your engine, transmission, and your drive axle. Now, we ask that you keep the vehicle maintained according to factory recommendations so that you can keep the warranty good, but if something should break, you can get it fixed at any one of our 4 facilities, service facilities in South Carolina and North Carolina. So, let's go take a look at the vehicle you came in to see, but make sure, I want you to understand, you can't pay too much. You can't get stuck with the wrong vehicle. You're going to get $250 worth of oil changes. We've put it through a thorough inspection. We spent a ton of money to get it ready for you, and we're going to guarantee it with a warranty. But the vehicle's got to be right, because there's no such thing as a good deal on the wrong car, is there?
Correct.
Let's go.
You just did that before you went to go show the customer the vehicle.
Absolutely.
That's not before presenting a payment, that's before you even show the customer.
I would bring this up again. Look, this stuff is so good, I'm not going to bring it up just once. Because will Bill remember everything I just said?
No.
No.
But the things that stuck out, like best price guarantee, that's going to stick in the mind pretty good.
I hope so, but I'm gonna bring it up again.
But the rest-
You know, we're gonna talk about, in fact, we're gonna get into it in just a few minutes.
Before you go into your needs assessment, you can do the value proposition.
You can do this at meet and greet.
That's what, but we meet and greet, then we do the needs assessment. You can do it before the needs assessment. The reason it's gonna be powerful beforehand is you'll have these benefits and out, so when you're going over the needs assessment, you'll be able to trigger which one's probably most important. Like, for example, they got a trade-in that's had issues in the past, which one's gonna be the most important for them?
Warranty.
The warranty, right? If they said, last time I bought it, how was your last experience? They said, well, I got rid